There's your music once again, Mr. Morton.
A big Hollywood hooray.
Yep. You know what time it is now.
Yep.
How you feeling?
Critical.
That's what we want.
Yep.
We're talking about movies, and you'll be reviewing films now playing in Japan or soon to open in Japan, and about films that are now available for rental worldwide. What movies will you be reviewing this week?
We're going to talk about 4 movies. Hector and the Search for Happiness, Kidnapping Mr. Heineken, Cymbeline, and Mad Max Fury Road.
Where do we start? Worst first,
Worst
as usual?
first, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Let's jump right into it. We're working our way toward the best.
So I'm not sure what Simon Pegg is trying on here, but don't be expecting Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz movies that he's very well known for.
Those were hilarious.
Yeah, they were, but I'm not sure about this one. A middle-aged psychologist who, despite having Rosamund Pike for a girlfriend, is not very happy with his life, and he tells her he needs to go traveling to, find himself.
Sure.
Yeah. He travels the world. He talks with a rich businessman in Hong Kong, Stellan Skarsgård, a Shanghai hooker, played by Ming Zhao,
Wow.
an African drug kingpin, played by Jean Reno, and a vicious warlord, a llama or two, and an old flame, played by Toni Collette. Now, all the while, he makes these vapid, pseudo-meaningful notes in his little notebook, along with doodles that appear on the screen. It's cute. At best, this is a so-so character piece.
Kind of sounds like a male version of Eat, Pray, Love.
Ooh, it's not quite that bad, but it comes perilously close a few times.
Next movie is called
Kidnapping Mr. Heineken. True story. In 1983, a gang of beer-swilling morons kidnapped Alfred Heineken for ransom.
This is a picture of the real Alfred Freddie Heineken right here.
Right. The Dutch made a true crime movie about it in 2011, starring Rutger Hauer. And now, here's another one.
And so why another?
No one seems to know why. Anthony Hopkins plays the title character, but has little to do but outact all the other actors playing his abductors. These include Jim Sturgis, Sam Worthington, and Ryan Quanten.
Sounds kind of dreary.
It's dreary, dull, and disappointing. If this movie were a beverage, it would be a can of Heineken, one that was opened maybe yesterday or the day before.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Moving on.
Cymbeline. It's a Shakespearean adaptation, and the main point of this movie to me was perhaps not everything Shakespeare wrote is timeless. Michael Almereyda brilliantly recontextualized Hamlet in 2000 into a Gen X saga starring Ethan Hawke as a moody, beleaguered yuppie threatened with a corporate takeover. But that was Hamlet. Cymbeline, on the other hand, is an overplotted later work by the bard that gleefully hops between travesty and tragedy.
Sounds a little confusing.
It is very. It's the story of an English king resisting his Roman overlords. It's now that of an outlaw biker chief, played by Ed Harris, going up against the cops in Rome, New York. Opinions vary, but I found it far too convoluted to be able to appreciate the beautiful words. It's dramatically muddled, and it's not a little bit silly.
Is it in Shakespearean English?
It is in iambic pentameter.
Dreary. Got any good movies this week?
Boy, do I. If you're an action movie fan, let's cut appropriately to the chase, because this movie is all a chase.
Can you review this movie and say 4 words?
I can. Best action movie ever. Now,
wow.
That's a big statement, but
wow.
30 years after Beyond Thunderdome, George Miller finally comes back to his Mad Max saga with his righteous, ballsy barn burner, and he gets it oh so right.
What did you like about it so much?
Well, like any action movie, there's a lot going on here, but this all makes sense. It all coheres. It sticks together compared to like action porn like Furious 7 that has amazing action stunts, but they're mostly done inside computers.
So is Mel Gibson in this movie?
Well, no. Mel these days is more batshit crazy than the title character.
Huh? What was that? Can you repeat that line?
Tom Hardy, though, he does a great job taking over the role. There isn't much to say in this movie. Nobody says a whole lot. I think if you wrote the script down, it might be 4 pages.
Wasn't Tom Hardy the villain called Bane in that last Batman movie?
Yes, he was. And he also wears a mask over his mouth in part of this movie. But Tom can actually act aside here. Go see him in the upcoming movie called Locke, L-O-C-K-E. You'll see it. far different side of him. We'll be talking about that one in a few weeks.
Now, what was the storyline in the new Mad Max?
It's actually a feminist theme. It has Max joining a female rogue warrior, facilitating the escape of a villainous warlord's breeding harem.
A female rogue warrior.
Charlize Theron plays Imperator Furiosa, and she takes her place up there with Sigourney Weaver's Ripley and Linda Hamilton's Sarah Connor as a classic action heroine. Miller doesn't spend a lot of time on exposition, but when he does, the character definition is efficient and effective. We care about what happens to the protagonists.
A lot of stunts in this movie.
A lot of stunts, daredevil stunts. Many stunts, varied and continuous, but they're old school and they're real physical world. There is, of course, some CGI, and it's used only sparingly. You know I hate 3D, but this is one of a handful of movies that justifies its use. And there's humor. You gotta love the masked musician on a speeding float that accompanies the warlord in battle. His guitar, by the way, as everybody knows by now, is a flamethrower.
Absolutely.
You gotta love it. You find yourself laughing spontaneously at the sheer audacity and showmanship. What a movie.
So you're recommending Mad Max as a must-see?
I think a must-see twice.
My impression of the movie was chase scene, explosion, shoot, run, sexy girls. Chase scene, run, sexy girls. Was that about wrap it up?
There was one little kind of 5-minute campfire talking scene in the middle.
That's right. There was. That's where they actually.
That's where they turned around and chased in the other direction.
You gotta love this movie, though, right?
Great movie. Great. Highly entertaining.
It is the must-see movie of the week, the year, the month.
So far this year.
All right. Don Morton, film critic for Metropolis Magazine. Thank you very much for joining us here on The Kong Show on the Japan Today website.
Pleasure's mine.